How you doing, everybody? My name is Dr. Sammy BAYA. Please welcome back to my YouTube channel. Why Heyoka Empath is a threat to a narcissist. Heyoka Empath is toxic and cancer to narcissists. Why Heyoka Empath is a threat to a narcissist. Heyoka Empath is toxic and cancer to a narcissist or to narcissists. That's the title of this video. Heyoka Empath can be seen as a threat to a narcissist, and this stems from the unique qualities of a Heyoka Empath that directly challenges a narcissist's need for control, validation, and the maintenance of their inflated sense of self. Why is a Heyoka Empath a threat to a narcissist? Why do Heyoka Empath poses a significant threat to a narcissist? Number one is because of the mirror effect and truth-telling. A Heyoka Empath often reflects back the emotions, behaviors, and traits of those around them, but in a way that can be jarring and uncomfortable. For a narcissist who is constantly managing their image and trying to avoid exposure of their true self, this reflection can be highly disruptive. Narcissists usually avoid self-reflection, and the Heyoka's role as an emotional mirror forces them to confront aspects of themselves they prefer to keep hidden, like their insecurities, manipulative behavior, or inability to connect deeply with others. Narcissists thrive on presenting a carefully crafted image of superiority, success, and control. The Heyoka Empath, with their keen intuition and insight, often sees through this facade. Instead of feeding into the narcissist's need for validation, they expose the gaps and contradictions in the narcissist's self-image. This creates a threat to the narcissist's sense of security, because the Heyoka's ability to see and challenge the truth destabilizes the illusion the narcissist has spent so much energy maintaining. Narcissists rely on others for emotional validation and often manipulate people to achieve this. Heyoka Empaths, however, are emotionally autonomous. They do not need the narcissist's approval or validation. And this independence is something narcissists find threatening. Unlike others who may become emotionally dependent on the narcissist, Heyokas are not easily controlled or swayed by narcissistic tactics like guilt-tripping or gaslighting. This lack of emotional dependence is seen as a threat because it undermines the narcissist's power of others. Narcissists often use manipulation to get what they want from others, whether it's gaslighting, guilt-tripping, or emotional blackmail. Narcissists are skilled in bending people to their will. However, Heyoka Empaths are not easily manipulated. They are highly perceptive and can recognize when they are being played. This refusal to engage in the narcissist's manipulative tactics can cause frustration and fear in the narcissist as they rely on control and domination to maintain their status. Narcissists have an inflated sense of self-importance and often seek to surround themselves with people who admire them and make them feel superior. A Heyoka Empath, by their very nature, does not idolize the narcissist or feed their ego. Instead, they might challenge the narcissist in ways that destabilize their sense of superiority. Whether through humor, paradoxes, or straightforward truth-telling, the Heyoka can disrupt the narcissist's need to feel special and dominant. This can feel like a direct threat to the narcissist's fragile ego. Narcissists often suppress their emotions and avoid vulnerability, projecting a sense of emotional invulnerability. The Heyoka Empath, with their deep emotional intelligence and ability to tap into the emotional undercurrents of a situation, can trigger strong emotional reactions from the narcissist, especially feelings of shame, guilt, or vulnerability. These emotions are deeply uncomfortable for the narcissist, and they often do everything in their power to avoid feeling them. The Heyoka's ability to elicit these feelings makes them a powerful emotional threat. A narcissistic injury occurs when the narcissist's inflated self-image is wounded, often by someone pointing out their flaws, exposing their vulnerabilities, or challenging their control. The Heyoka Empath's tendency to expose truths, challenge illusions, and refuse to feed the narcissist's ego can lead to such an injury. When a narcissist experiences this wound, they can react with rage, contempt, or a desire for revenge, seeing the Heyoka as a threat to their self-worth and emotional survival. Heyoka empath is a threat to a narcissist because their authenticity, emotional depth, and intuitive nature challenge the narcissist's need for control, validation, and the maintenance of a false, superior self-image. The Heyoka doesn't fit into the narcissist's cycle of manipulation and validation, and the ability to reflect back uncomfortable truths about the narcissist's behavior forces the narcissist to confront their own vulnerabilities. This disruption is deeply unsettling to the narcissist and can provoke defensive or aggressive reactions, seeing the Heyoka as a direct threat to their fragile sense of self. Now, we are talking about Heyoka. Let me just remind you, the term Heyoka empath refers to a person who is a type of empath that often uses humor, unconventional wisdom, or mirror-like behavior to help others see themselves and their patterns. A Heyoka can be a challenging figure for narcissists because they often act as a mirror, reflecting the narcissist's behavior back at them in ways that make them uncomfortable or forced to confront their own flaws and insecurities. Heyoka empath can be seen as a threat or even toxic to the narcissist because they trigger self-reflection. Narcissists usually avoid introspection as they have fragile ego and a deep need to feel superior. A Heyoka empath may inadvertently force the narcissist to look at their own shortcomings, which can be unsettling and destabilizing. Narcissists often present a false persona or image to the world. Heyoka empaths, with their intuitive and often unconventional way of interacting, may see through this facade and challenge it. This can lead to feelings of vulnerability and exposure for the narcissist. Narcissists thrive on control and manipulation, but a Heyoka empath may not be easily manipulated due to their awareness of energy dynamics. This resistance to control can frustrate a narcissist who is used to getting their way. While narcissists crave admiration and validation, the Heyoka empath often offers love, truth, and authenticity. This type of empathy might not stroke the narcissist's ego in the way they want, instead shining a light on the emotional and spiritual disconnect they experience. In short, the Heyoka empath could indeed be considered a cancer to a narcissist because they act as a disruptive force to the narcissist's fragile sense of self and control. They are not easily manipulated, and they can often hold up an emotional mirror that the narcissist is unwilling to face. Heyoka empath can be considered toxic to a narcissist because we know toxicity means that the Heyoka empath can be a problem to a narcissist because they'll expose the narcissist's insecurities. Heyoka empaths have this unique ability to mirror others. They hold up a mirror to people's behavior, attitudes, and emotions in a way that forces them to confront uncomfortable truths about themselves. For a narcissist who thrives on controlling their image and avoiding vulnerability, this is highly destabilizing. Narcissists rely on superficial appearances and charm to cover up deep-seated insecurities, and the Heyoka empath's unorthodox approach forces this to the surface. Narcissists crave admiration and validation. They need others to constantly feed their ego, and when they don't receive this, it feels like a personal attack. A Heyoka empath, on the other hand, is not motivated by superficial praise. They are more focused on authenticity and emotional connection. Their refusal to boost the narcissist's ego, combined with their ability to see through false facades, can make them seem toxic because they disrupt the narcissist's need for external validation and control. Narcissistic supply refers to the attention, admiration, and validation that a narcissist feeds on to maintain their sense of self-worth. A Heyoka empath does not fit neatly into the narcissist's usual cycle of manipulation and admiration. Instead of offering validation or enabling the narcissist's behavior, the Heyoka might challenge their actions, expose their contradictions, or show empathy in ways that deflate the narcissist's inflated sense of self. This disruption can be very unsettling and feels toxic to the narcissist as they rely heavily on maintaining control over the emotional environment. Because Heyoka empaths operate from a place of emotional authenticity and wisdom, They often elicit strong emotional reactions from narcissists. These reactions can be intense and disruptive for the narcissist because they may force the narcissist to face feelings of shame, guilt, or inadequacy, feelings they usually avoid at all costs. For the narcissist, this emotional upheaval feels toxic as it goes against their need to maintain an illusion of perfection and invulnerability. Narcissists tend to test and push the boundaries of others, especially when they sense someone is vulnerable or empathetic. Heyoka empaths, however, are known for their strong emotional boundaries and will not allow themselves to be manipulated or drained. This resistance to being controlled or used can frustrate a narcissist who thrives on bending others to their will. To the narcissist, Heyoka's refusal to be controlled feels like a personal threat. Narcissists often manipulate and gaslight others to keep them in a state of emotional confusion or submission. Heyoka empaths, however, tend to disrupt this dynamic by offering clarity, honesty, and directness. The narcissist's usual tactics, like distortion of reality or emotional manipulation, might not work on the Heyoka, making them feel disoriented or even powerless. While Heyoka empath is not toxic in the traditional sense of being intentionally harmful, their authenticity and emotional depth can be highly disruptive to a narcissist. A narcissist's need for control, admiration, and a carefully crafted image of superiority is challenged by the Heyoka's refusal to play into those dynamics. In essence, the Heyoka empath's role as a truth teller and emotional mirror makes them toxic to the narcissist's carefully constructed world, and this can lead to conflict and emotional turmoil for the narcissist. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you've learned a thing or two. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way, every time I upload a new video, you get notified about it. Thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video widely to all those who may need it.